It's Thursday, August 3rd. I'm Scott Squires, and this is SaltWire Today. There was an important healthcare announcement earlier today at Dalhousie University, and SaltWire was there.
So I'm pleased today to announce that a Master's in Physician Assistance program is being developed at Dalhousie University. This is the only program of its kind in Atlantic Canada. The 2-year program is planned to start this coming January and will be open to 24 students. There are currently 7 physician assistants working in Nova Scotia, and while that is only a few, we have seen and heard from healthcare teams that it is working well. We know we need more physician assistants in our province, and our government is committed to investing in education and training opportunities to ensure the health needs of communities are being met.
But I'm also proud of our post-secondary institutions. In schools like Dalhousie University, Dal has stepped up to help us find the solutions that we need to move healthcare forward. So innovation and collaboration, they are critical for the work that we do. And it's not the first time that Dalhousie has stepped up. So they're helping train more doctors. They've recently signed the agreement with Breton University to have our second medical school in Nova Scotia. So they're also helping train more Black and African Nova Scotian social workers. And now we can add to their list, and to the list of many, is physician assistants.
So this is truly a landmark day for our university and for our province. Dalhousie will now be home to the first Masters of Physician Assistant Studies program in Atlantic Canada, and only the 4th such program in the country.
We have more on today's announcement at saltwire.com. Traffic woes have plagued residents in the Chester area since flood damages caused road closures a few weeks ago. We head to the South Shore where Sheldon McLeod has more.
Even outside of peak commute times, things are very busy along Trunk 3 through Chester because of the detour on Highway 103. Runoff from that historic rainfall at the end of July has traffic being diverted past homes and businesses as crews continue their work to fix the Goat Lake Bridge between exits 7 and 8. The MLA for the area, Danielle Barkhouse, says she's been updating people through her Facebook page, but she says it's hard to say exactly when the work will be finished.
When you're dealing with destruction at this level, a timeline is great to have, but there's no point in getting people excited. So until I know 100%, I'll not be pushing those days out. It just only makes sense to me. Although with that being said, they are working on the main routes, the trunks, and trying to get it up and running as quick as possible. And I think they're doing an excellent job.
Angela Jessam works in Chester and says it's been frustrating with the volume and speed of the people passing through their community.
The traffic going through, I think people are using our Highway 3 like the Trans-Canada Highway, but it's not. But they're trying to get to work and to where they need to go. So I just hope there's no accidents because of all the traffic.
Wendy Shepard is coordinator of the Lighthouse Food Bank. She says it's a challenge for both their workers and their clients.
I know everybody's frustrated with it and everything, but we need to be a little kinder.
Well, just pay attention to the speed limits and know that you're going through a sleepy road for the most part. So respect the people that live here. You know, if you see 1,000 cars behind you, or what feels like 1,000 cars behind you, let somebody out of the farm-safe or their driveway. Don't drive up on them and beep your horn or try to pass them. Just respect that this is a terrible situation. Everybody has emotions, and everybody's trying to get somewheres and get something done. So just respect each other really is a big thing.
In Chester, I'm Sheldon McLeod for SaltWire.
And we have an update to Sheldon's story as a single lane of that section of Highway 103 reopened to traffic last night, easing some of the concerns raised by residents along Trunk 3. A rare phenomenon of nature was witnessed by some residents of Cape Breton yesterday as waterspouts formed just off the shores of Cheticamp. Weather specialist Allister Aalders is here to chat about what took place. Allister, what was going on over Cape Breton yesterday?
Yeah, Scott, social media was buzzing yesterday with these waterspouts reported not only off Cape Breton, but also in western Newfoundland. And there's 2 main types of waterspouts. The first is tornadic waterspouts, which form as the result of severe thunderstorms. But in this case, these were fair weather waterspouts, which need very specific ingredients to form. You need to have very warm ocean waters. You need to have cool air above those waters. And you also need to have wind shear, which is winds changing direction with height. So essentially what we had happening was the warm warm, moist air was cooling and condensing, much like we see when clouds form. And that wind shear was causing those condensed particles to rotate, forming that vortex, that water spout from the sea surface up to the base of cumulus clouds that did develop, causing quite the spectacle off the shores of Cape Breton yesterday.
And how rare is something like this?
Yeah, these are quite uncommon. They're not unheard of, but they are certainly rare here in Atlantic Canada because you do need very specific conditions for them to develop. Like I said before, either a severe thunderstorm or those conditions where you have the very warm ocean waters and the cool air above it with the wind shear. However, like I said, they are not unheard of, especially around this time of year in Atlantic Canada. They're very cool to witness, but always important that you are staying safe, especially if you are out on the water and you do spot one. Very important that you stay well away from waterspouts because they can cause damage and capsize certainly small vessels if you are out on the water. So never approach a waterspout, and if you do see one coming towards land, also best to seek shelter. These are usually relatively weak and short-lived, about 5 to 15 minutes. However, if they do touch land, they are then considered a tornado. They usually dissipate almost in an instant, but can cause minor damage. So very important that if you do spot these waterspouts out on the ocean, that you stay well away with them and keep a very close eye on the forecast. Scott.
Thanks, Allister. We'll check back with you later in the show. Why would someone kayak 11,000 kilometers and end up at the place they started from? Let's go to Cameron Dolliver to find out.
65-year-old Mark Furman just concluded the journey of a lifetime. For the past 14 months, Furman has been paddling a route called the Greater Loop. He traveled through the Great Lakes, into the Mississippi River, and back up along the East Coast, with his journey starting and ending in Halifax.
I think I felt like giving up every day until yesterday. That's how tough it's been. But something just kept me going, stamina, your DNA, you're stubborn. And I just kept on going. I just wanted to complete it.
Furman's motivations, however, extended far beyond just finishing the trip.
And I've also been raising money for Doctors Without Borders. My wife was a doctor. She died of cancer. And that's part of the reason.
Furman says he raised just under $100,000 on his journey, and the trip has had a profound effect on him personally.
This has changed me. And the takeaway I didn't expect it coming is that I've lived an authentic life the last year. I've been in authentic nature. I've been in authentic surroundings. I've met authentic people who don't have an agenda, who don't want something from you. Americans say, fake it till you make it. You know, fake is not going to get you anywhere. And the purity of what I've been through, it's cleansed me.
Despite that, Furman says he would think twice before doing another huge trip, now knowing how mentally and physically taxing they can be. Now Furman is just looking forward to going home and seeing his grandchildren. In Halifax, I'm Cameron Dolliver for SaltWire.
Time to check in again with Allister Aalders, who might be feeling lucky at Horseshoe Island Park. Allister?
Another beauty out here, Scott. We had lots of sunshine, temperatures were warm, but humidity was low. Just a perfect day, in my opinion. But unfortunately, all good things must come to an end, and we do have some changes to the upcoming forecast. This evening, we'll have a few clouds with the temperature near 18 degrees, and overnight fog patches will be developing. Those fog patches will dissipate on Friday morning. We'll otherwise have mainly sunny skies, and the temperature starting the day near 12 degrees. So, has been a bit cool heading out the door first thing on these mornings the last few days. Winds from the south 10 to 20 kilometers per hour. Into the afternoon, more so a mix of sun and cloud. We'll see the high tomorrow near 23 degrees. Feeling more like 26, so not humid. The temperature along the coast will be closer to 19. We'll have a south wind 15 to 30 kilometers per hour. Cloud cover will build in on Friday night, and then unfortunately on Saturday it will be a cloudy day and we'll have showers with a risk of thunderstorms. So not a great start to the long weekend, especially if you do have outdoor plans, but it does look like for the remainder of the long weekend we will see some sunshine in the forecast. Scott.
Thanks, Allister. That's all for now. For more video, audio, and articles, stay tuned to saltwire.com, and make sure you check out saltwire.com. You can go direct to the source. I'm Scott Squires. Thanks for spending some time with SaltWire today, and we leave you now with a TikTok video that may prove useful for cat lovers. A perfect way to say so long until tomorrow.